A very good morning, dear students. Hope you all are fit and fine. Now, in the previous lecture, we discussed about the concept of atomic radius. That atomic radius is the distance between the nucleus and the outermost shell. And how does it varies? In the previous lecture, I have discussed that how does it varies down the group. That also I am going to repeat. So first we will discuss that how does it varies down the group from top to bottom in the vertical column in modern periodic table, and then we will discuss that how does it varies as we move across the period, that is from left to right in the modern periodic table. So first of all we'll discuss its variation down the group. As you see, I have already written here, atomic size increases down the group due to increase in the number of shell, because it is the distance between the nucleus and the outermost shell as we move down the group. Wherever you have to explain something or to justify your answer with the help of example, it's always better to take comparison between two elements. 2 or 3, that is maximum that you can take. And here I have taken like lithium, sodium, potassium. All these three metals, highly reactive metals, are placed in group 1 or 1A of the modern periodic table, as all these three elements are having one electron in their outermost shell. So as we move down the group, due to increase in the number of shell, see this is the distance from here to here. This is the distance. So due to increase in the number of shell, you can see the atomic size, ionic radii or atomic radius also increases. So this is how does it varies as we move down the group, that I have shown you. Second thing, because this was not discussed in the previous lecture, so I will focus on this. Atomic size decreases across the period. All of you know this thing, that for the classification of elements in the modern periodic table, two important criteria are there. Elements are classified in groups according to the number of valence electron or electrons, such electrons which are present in the outermost shell. And in periods, elements are classified according to the number of shell. So as I have already written that this atomic size, as we move from left to right in the modern periodic table, number of shell will remain same. So the question here arises, if number of shell will remain same, how can we say that atomic size decreases? That answer should be atomic size should remain same, but it is not like that. I think you are getting my point. For example, if you will take example of, I believe I have already written here, yes, like lithium, beryllium, boron, carbon, nitrogen, oxygen. Lithium, beryllium, boron, carbon, nitrogen, oxygen. I have taken up to that. It's your choice if you want to take 2, 3 or 4 elements. But all the elements which you are taking to explain this, they are from the same period. So all these elements are from period second. Why? Because all these elements are having two shell. Lithium 2,1, beryllium 2,2, 2,3, 2,4, 2,5, 2,6, 2,7. So all the elements which are there, they are having two shells. Only two shells are there. So according to, if we will see, it should be like that. Atomic radius should remain same. But it is not like that. In this case, atomic radius will decrease. What is the reason behind this? Reason is, in the same shell, number of electron keep on increasing. For example, in case of lithium, it is 2 and 1. In case of beryllium, it is 2, 2. Lithium, beryllium, boron, 2, 3. Then 2, 4. So, the second shell, the outermost shell, in that number of electron keep on increasing. And because number of electron keep on increasing in the same shell, the force of attraction, because electrons are also the charged particles, so the force of attraction which is there between the nucleus and the electron or electrons which are there in the outermost shell, it also increase. So when force of attraction will increase, again listen to me, when force of attraction will increase, shrinkage occurs in the size as we move from left to right in the modern periodic table. Earlier it was like that, like this, like this, like this. So shrinkage occurs in the size due to increase in the number of electron or electrons in the valence shell. So this is the how atomic size changes across the period and down the group in the modern periodic table that I have written here. Already I have shown you like this lithium atomic size is more than that of beryllium, its atomic size is more than that of boron, its size is more than that of carbon, and so on. Therefore, atomic size of lithium is more about from all this, whatever I have written. Out of this, its size is maximum. Now the next point, so this is about the atomic size which I have discussed. Second point I would like to discuss, that is about the concept of metallic and non-metallic character. If I say this is suppose element X is most metallic in nature. Most metallic means it is highly reactive metal. If I will say element Y is most non-metallic in nature, it means it is highly reactive but non-metal. And here, before discussing this concept of metallic and non-metallic character, I would like to discuss one more point, that is the concept of reactivity. What is reactivity? Whether we are talking about metals or we are talking about non-metals. It is the ease with which an atom loses, gain or share electron with very lesser amount of energy that we call reactivity. And reactivity of elements is inversely proportional to the amount of energy required. If large amount of energy is required by an atom to get stable, its reactivity is less. If less amount of energy is required by atom to get stable, its reactivity is more. So I think this concept is clear to all of you. अगर एटम को कम एनर्जी चाहिए अपने आप को स्टेबल करने के लिए, उतना ही ज्यादा वो रिएक्टिव होगा, whether I am talking about metal or non-metal. Now coming to the point of metallic and non-metallic character, I have written here metallic character increases down the group and decreases across the period. Yes, metallic character increases down the group. Therefore, potassium is more reactive than sodium and sodium is further more reactive than lithium. Why this metallic character increases down the group? Metallic character increases down the group due to increase in the number of shell. And because number of shell increases, it is easy for potassium out of these three elements to lose electron, because when distance increase, force of attraction decrease, and when force of attraction will decrease, it is easy for potassium to release one electron easily as compared to that of sodium and potassium. So there are lot many elements which are there in first group. So if you don't know even the atomic number, then also you can say, okay, the element which is present at the bottom and extreme left, at the bottom and extreme left of the modern periodic table, that is highly reactive matter. Why? Because atomic size of that particular element is maximum and that can easily lose electron as compared to other metals. Next thing that I have written, that is regarding non-metallic character. It's quite obvious that when metallic character increases down the group, it decreases across the period. Yes, down the group it increases, but as we move across the period, it decreases. Here I have written one example also for that, like lithium and beryllium. Lithium configuration 2,1, this is 2,2. Lithium has to lose one electron to get stable. Beryllium has to lose 2 electrons to get stable. So out of these two, which require more energy to release the electron, it's quite obvious out of these two, beryllium require more energy because it has to lose 2 electrons as compared to lithium. That's why lithium is more reactive than beryllium. So as we move across the period, metallic character decreases. As we move down the group, metallic character increases. As we move across the period, non-metallic character increases, and as we move down the group, non-metallic character decreases. Now first I have discussed about the metallic character. Now listen to me related to the concept of non-metallic character. See here, for non-metallic character, I have taken two examples. First of all, down the group, fluorine and chlorine. Now fluorine atomic number is 9, this is 27, chlorine is 17, 287. So here we have to see the gaining tendency. Out of fluorine and chlorine, atomic size of fluorine is less. If atomic size is less, it means force of attraction is more. So if force of attraction is more, fluorine can easily gain electron with very lesser amount of energy. So that's why it's more reactive than chlorine. In this case that I am discussing. And in the same manner, if I will take example across the period nitrogen and oxygen, nitrogen is 2, 5, this is 2, 6. So nitrogen require how many electron to get stable? Nitrogen require 3 electron to get stable, oxygen require 2 electron to get stable. So in this case, out of these two, which one is more reactive? Because it requires 2 electron to get stable, this oxygen requires 2 electron, lesser amount of energy is required, so it is more reactive as compared to nitrogen. So this is about the concept of metallic and non-metallic character. Revise what I have discussed today. Thank you and have a nice day.